All right, everybody, what is going on? We got episode 63, Feast with the Beast. And since this is kebab month, we are doing more kebabs on the Beast Impalers. Right? You notice I put the link in the description of the feed that to the skewers, because we still have them on sale, like 40% off, because it's kebab month. We want everybody to be able to do kebabs for our challenge. If you're in on that challenge, you should let us know. If you can hear me, let me know. And if you can't, let me know. So I'm assuming, I mean, it looks like on my meter the sound is going good, but I don't know for sure until you guys say something. John Starskovich, what's up? Fred Bowling, John Smith, Brian Bailey, what's up, buddy? Who else we got? We got somebody I saw from the Josh King from the Middle East. Benjamin Hall, what's going on? We got people alive and alive. Yep. And if you notice, well, I'm not gonna say that. All right. So anyway, we are doing a Hawaiian chicken teriyaki kebab. Really fast, really simple. I got everything all ready to go. I got my chicken diced up and everything. So what's going on with everybody? Pat Johnson. Oh, I got Pat in the ear too. Pat's gonna help me. If you guys have, let me see. If you guys have questions, just put them in the comment area. Pat will try to catch them and then feed them off to me. Or if it's something he can answer or somebody else can answer, they'll take care of it too. So John's doing his first burn on his Pit Pulse 820. He's got one just like mine, but John got like a heck of a deal on his. I actually got a good deal on mine too, because I bought it right around Christmas time and they were running specials and, you know, dumping inventory. So I got mine for like, I think it's $350. It's like $200 off or something like that. It's crazy. Chris Hayer, H-Y-E-R, Hayer. Judy Franklin, or Franken. How you doing? Chris Dunbar, Kenny Franken, and the whole family's here. All right, so anybody have any questions before I get started? I'm taking that as a no. Bayou Rick, what is going on? Kevin Petty, drinking me a mixed drink. So I got my normal morning cocktail all ready to go. And I'm going to be taking sips of that as we go too. So let me see. Richard Wesner, what is going on, man? So anyway, so Christopher, I had 2 family members by Pit Boss. Yeah, so apparently Pit Boss has been doing some big specials, or Lowe's has been doing big specials on Pit Boss stuff. So I don't know if, Chris, if that's where your family got theirs from or not, but I know Lowe's was running some specials. I guess they're getting rid of some older inventory because they got the new line stuff coming out. But anyway, if you're looking for the Beast Impalers, right now they're on sale. Just go to grillbeast.com, hit products, scroll down about halfway, and you'll see the Beast Impalers. We got them at like $10.97. Normally they're like, I think they're running around like $19, $17, something like that. So it's like a good 40% off. We're running at like, normally when we run specials, it's like a fire sale where we're just doing it for a short period of time. But this is one that's going to last to the end of the month. But once the end of the month, we're not doing any skewer promotions for a while. So if you want them, get them. Lifetime guarantee, and they're really good. So, like literally, I don't think I've had one complaint about these. Which makes it a great product. We sold out of our our grill brushes. So, but we have more on the way. So what I did from the factory is I had a couple cases shipped directly to me, overnight delivery. That way I had them to offer to people in the group and stuff. And everybody jumped on those. Those things were gone in no time. But we have more on the way. They'll be here in the next couple weeks. So between the 7th and the 15th of April, they'll be live on the website. So if you're looking for the grill brush, just wait till then. We've had so many people email us about, because we were running that you get free claws with the brush. So we're going to continue that for a little bit when we get those back in stock, just to take care of all the people that were trying to take advantage of it before. So truly appreciate everybody jumping on that and rocking that out for us. All right. So let me get this set up. I need to hit record on that. All right, and we're gonna get started. Excuse me. Or congestion from hanging out at the fire pit this weekend. So, can everybody see everything all right? So, like I said, it's a Hawaiian Teriyaki chicken. So, we got a half a cup of brown sugar, right? Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and get started on it. Half a cup of brown sugar. You got a half a cup of soy sauce. All right. Then you got it's like a quarter cup of pineapple juice. All right. You got a quarter teaspoon of pepper and a half a teaspoon of salt. You have a tablespoon of cornstarch. Now you have some minced up garlic cloves. Now the other week I called it a toe, right? Because when I was growing up, you had the head of garlic and then each piece was a toe. Apparently other people call it cloves. I don't know. I still call them toes. 2 toes or 2 cloves, depending on what you call it. All right, and you mince them up kind of real small, you know, all that kind of good stuff. And fresh garlic is way, way, way better than stuff that you get. That's, you know how you get the stuff in a jar. I used to get that all the time, and I still have some in the fridge because sometimes you just need something real quick. But the power of a fresh minced up garlic toe is like 10 times more what you get out the jar, right? So anyway, this is for some garnish later on. And then you got a tablespoon of water. All right, so you dump that in. Let me see. Whisk it around. All right. Just make sure that brown sugar is all broke up. All right. And then this is like about 2.5 chicken breasts. All right. So I got those all cubed up, like about 1-inch squares, you know, give or take. So we want to throw all that in. Yep. There you go. So, oh yeah, so look, if you have not shared the feed yet, please share the feed, like the feed, start a watch party, all that kind of good stuff. The more you do that, the more Facebook will share and show this feed to other people that are not in our ecosystem. Also, if you can also let me know what you're grilling today. Let me know if you have some of these skewers already. Let me know that you have them. Let other people know whether you like them or you don't like them. If there's something you don't like about them, post that too. You know, we want to know if there's something. But I'll tell you what, I haven't had one complaint about these suckers. They're good, lifetime guarantee. Again, they are running a special. Or we are running a special on these. So look, you put this in here. You want to let this marinate a good half an hour to an hour. All right. You don't want to marinate it like 2, 3, 4 hours. This half hour to an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, something like that. All right, so you're good. You got that. Now you can throw it in the fridge. Depending on, like me, if I know I'm going to skewer them up right away, I don't put it in the fridge because I don't want the meat to get cold. So I just let that sit there. Now, I was up early this morning. I already have some of this already been marinating for a little over an hour. So these are all ready to be skewered up. All right. And so, as you can see, I got red peppers, orange peppers, yellow peppers, green peppers. This is a fresh pineapple I just cut up this morning. I got onions, and that pretty much covers it. So that's, I'm going to skewer up these, and then you know, those will be later on today. I'll skewer those up like tonight or something. All right. So we'll start off with a piece of chicken. I got the grill going at like 350 350 degrees. If you notice these skewers, they do not split the onions, they do not split the peppers. Yeah, this is going to be good. Everybody's cooking today. What do we got cooking? Here, let me do this. Who's doing bison? Somebody's doing bison burgers? Oh, some Wagyu burgers. All right, cool. Todd Kern's doing Wagyu burgers. All right. And Jeff is doing some ribs. So if you notice, see how it doesn't split up the vegetables, it doesn't split up anything. I'm telling you, we put a lot of time and effort into getting the point, the right angle, the right sharpness, and everything. Somebody's doing a leg of lamb today. Whoa. There you go. He's gonna do what? So look, if you're in our kebab challenge, let us know you're in the challenge too. Let me see. What do I want on here now? I think I'm gonna do another piece of that, and then we'll throw an orange pepper on here. All right. Chef Nino, what's going on, man? What is going on, Nino? So, Chef Nino, I think he's going to be coming on the show again here sometime in the near future. We'll see. Let me see here. Take this. So, if you are just coming onto the feed, we're doing a Hawaiian Teriyaki chicken kebabs. I got the recipe actually in the post above. I also got a link to the skewers. We're like rocking it out today. So, has anybody posted whether they've gotten the skewers or not? Yeah. Yeah, so that's interesting. Pat just reminded me. It was a nightmare. We actually, our very first run of these skewers, we weren't happy with. They weren't strong enough. So we trashed the entire set or the entire shipment, and anybody who had bought them, we gave them new ones of the new kind. I mean, like, it was a mess, but that's just the way it goes. All right, let me see. All right, yeah, pineapple. Another piece of chicken. Yeah, so we've been running this promotion for a couple weeks now, and a lot of people have been getting skewers. I'll tell you that. With what? Jeff's mom had a heart attack? What? Dude, we're sorry to hear about that. Well, you know, buddy, you are in our prayers for sure. Hold on. Pat's kind of like giving me the gist on what's going on with you, man. So, has anybody grown anything today? Besides, what we got some Wagyu burgers going on, and ribs and all that kind of stuff. I know John Starskovich said he's doing something good. I tell you what, man, look at the weather is beautiful here today. I don't know what it's like where you are, but it is beautiful here. Yeah, so, you know, we're getting near the spring weather now. Everybody should be ready, fired up their grill. I don't run out of veggies. You do need to be careful so you don't stab your hand. Alright, so look, I'm doing this one and I'm going to do one more and then we'll start cooking them up. But like this marinade is actually for 4 breast, but because I split it up, you know, I got 2.5 in each one. That's close enough. Let me see. Let me give you another pineapple one here. Ow. Stabbed myself. Just what I warned everybody about. Alright. Yeah, right. I know I'm contaminating everything. Alright. Throw this one here. I'm going to throw yellow pepper on the end. Alright, I'm going to do one more. One more real quick. I got enough meat here for one more. Put this in this way. So, there we go. Get an onion on here. So, I don't know, man. It has a lot of sugar in it. So, me personally, I would not do steak in this. Now, you could use this and do just regular chicken. I mean, depending on how you... I mean, some people like... here's the thing. Some people use a lot of that, those rubs that have a lot of sugar on them. And they use those on their steak. So, if you like your meat like that, then I'd say go, you know, try it. But me personally... I wouldn't do it because I don't like my beef to taste sweet, you know. So so yeah, that's my take on that. Any other questions, Pat? All right, so we got a lot of talking. All right, good. How many people we got on? If you haven't shared the feed yet, please share the feed. How many did you say? Alright, so let me I'm almost done with this one, then we get these on. And then take these about 15 minutes, I guess, to grill up, something like that. Give me a nice piece here. And while this is grilling, I'm going to show you something I know some of you guys know, but there's going to be somebody that doesn't know. It's how you're going to reuse this marinade for something else. Alright? Get one more piece of meat on here. Now lock it down with the red pepper. Alright, so you see that I got 4 of them right here ready to go. Alright. Okay, so what we're going to do is this. So we want to cook this up just a little bit so we can reuse the brine. I mean the marinade. Pat's asking me a question. Like, what'd you say, Pat? Oh, I have it at 350, bud. So the pit is at 350. You know, I've been playing around with temperatures a lot lately. Because sometimes I get a little I try to do a little too hot too fast. So, but 350 I think is kind of a go-to. You know, 350 to 400. It's chicken. All right, so look, we need, because that's had chicken sitting in it, we can't use it as it is. So, but if you boil this for a few minutes, it'll make it to where you can use this. And so what we're going to do, we're going to boil it, and then when we pull the skewers out, we're going to drizzle some of this on top of the skewers. All right? Can everybody see okay? So we got that on a medium, which a medium on this thing is really kind of a high. But take a little sip. All right. Use this on it. So yeah, we just want to. So we're doing two things. We're decontaminating the marinade, and then we're also, because it has that cornstarch in it, we're also thickening it up a little bit. All right. So that way it's not just like running water on our kebabs. It's got a little bit of thickness to it, or it should, if everything turns out all right. If you guys were on last week's feed, you guys know that my my sauce for my bananas Foster did not turn out. After the show, I did it a couple more times, and I got really close. It still wasn't perfect, but next time I do it, I think I have it. I had somebody I talked to the other day, they said that they'd done it a bunch of times, and they could come and they could do it on the show with me. So, I've seen it done, I don't know how many times. I just, for whatever reason, I just couldn't get it. Well, actually, I know exactly what I did wrong each time. The first time, I used too much alcohol, and yeah, see. So this is, so you want to get it boiling really good, and then it's also going to thicken up. Let me turn this down just a little bit. One, it doesn't have much liquid in here, so yeah. Yeah, so I mean, we have pellets, but the thing is with shipping pellets, you kind of, unless you're buying a bunch of them, it's kind of hard to match. Like, I can get it cheaper than everybody else, or I can sell them cheaper than everybody else. However, we still have to deal with the shipping part. And you go shipping a couple 100 pounds of pellets, well, you can't do that with the post office. Let me check something real quick. All right, let that keep going. So, like, if you're local, I mean, you know, dude, you just call me up and you can come by and pick up the pellets. But if you live in Vegas or wherever, you know, unless you're buying at least a half a pallet. So what I've been encouraging people to do is to team up with other people, and then when you get a whole pallet, that price is distributed throughout everything in the pallet. So it only changes the price of the bag of pellets by $1. Okay, when you buy a whole pallet, and then the price that I can make it makes it still cheaper than what you can get it at anywhere local. So I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but if not, just let me know. All right. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. So if you need a quote, what you do, you need to send me your zip code or your address, and so what happened, depending on how you want to do it, it is shipped to the terminal, well, a warehouse basically, right close to where you're at, and then you just go by and you pick it up, or you can have it delivered directly to your house. And yeah, so look at this. So it went from like a watery thin consistency to Can you see that? So, okay, so like I said, we did two things. We decontaminated it, and then we also thickened it up, and it's because of that cornstarch. So yeah, but I think this is probably perfect. So let me turn this gas off. No, it is. So it's very, 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 very thin. You know what I mean? It's very thin. I mean, I can crank it up and then you'll see smoke bellowing out. But a smoker, generally, you don't want it bellowing out. You just want, you know, nice thin smoke. That's the way you want it. Now, once when that auger kind of has to pick up and throw a little bit of more pellets in there, you'll see a little bit more smoke. But for the most part, it doesn't. It does it just a little bit of smoke, and that's the way you really want to do your smoking. So Pat's asked me a question. John wanted to know, is the question up there right now? Let me see. Okay, so John has a question. David, after initial burn on the PB820, spray any oil on the heat deflector or use Crisco or bacon fat? I didn't do anything to the heat deflector. All I did is I just burned off all the old stuff. That's it. So all I really made sure of is I seasoned the grates, in which I have Grill Beast grill grates in mine, because that's where your food is. And the rest of it, I honestly don't remember if I rubbed anything on the rest of it or not. Sometimes when I get a new pit, like with the barrel, sometimes I'll rub a little thin layer of Crisco all over it, and that'll help season it a lot faster. So, and I know I do that 90% of the time when I have something new, so I can only assume I did it with this one. But like, I didn't put anything on the heat shield. Nothing at all. I just burned off anything that could have been on there from the factory, and that's it. Okay, yeah. So, Tom Waters, maple syrup seasoned up here. So you're doing maple syrup. Denny Llewellyn. So, Denny's asking if Pat uses pellets. Pat hasn't used the new pellet yet. All right, let me throw the lid on this. That can see. I can't understand that. You're breaking up. Yeah, let me take and turn these. We still got a little bit of time left. How long have those skewers been in? Has anybody noticed? I didn't look at the time. Okay, Pat says they've probably been in about 10 minutes. So, like after the show, I'm going to skewer the rest of these up and get those cooking. So this weekend was a birthday weekend for one of my daughters, my youngest daughter. She turned 13 on Thursday. So I let her have like a little teeny bopper party on Friday night. And then all of a sudden, next thing I knew, there was more kids over here yesterday. And they stayed over again. So, they're going to be chowing down on these Hawaiian Teriyaki chicken kebabs here in about 30 more minutes. So, any questions about anything? These are almost done. We'll be bringing those out in just a minute. All right, 10:22. So so they've been 9 minutes. So they got probably another 10 minutes left. Show's only been going on for 30 minutes, and we're almost done. We just gotta wait for the cooking to get done. Maybe I should have put some of those in before I started. then they would have been done. So, if you didn't see the brush, the grill brush, right? That's it right there. On the skewers, if you haven't seen those before up close, I mean, might as well we'll talk about some products if we got a little bit of time, right? So, so like these are the skewers right here. Where's the bottom at? Yeah, like that. So you see they're all stainless steel, all one piece. They're flat, so your food don't spin around like the round ones do. So Dan Churchill, 30. What's 30 mean? Dan, 30. Dan, aren't we supposed to be talking about some product sometime soon? 8 minutes. Chaz Munder. Whose birthday is it? Chad? Oh! Dude, I am slow sometimes. Call me short bus. Diane, what's going on? So yeah, the kids are upstairs. I told them don't come down here until after the show is over. So is it possible to have rattlesnake available? So yeah, so the thing with rattlesnake is rattlesnake is generally not available till the fall. Apparently that's when they wrangle the rattlesnakes. So so we're not going to have any rattlesnake till fall. And then what happens is there are groups out there that like wild game and stuff, and they try to scarf up all the rattlesnake for their members. So we are trying to put ourselves in a position to scarf up as much rattlesnake as we can, so when it becomes available, we have it for you guys. So apparently it's just really hard to get rattlesnake. Right now we could probably get a couple samples, but that doesn't help anybody out. That helps me out because then I get to eat rattlesnake, but it doesn't help you guys out. So so we're gonna wait till fall and see what happens and see how much we can get, and then that'll be available. But I will tell you this. Have you guys ever had crawfish? If you have had crawfish, let me know in the comments if you have. If you have it, also let me know if you have it. Do you like crawfish or do you not like crawfish, or have you never had crawfish? We are Monday, tomorrow, I'm supposed to be going into New Orleans and making sure our arrangements are solid, because we're going to be able to ship crawfish anywhere in the continental United States if your state allows it. We have some states that do not allow to ship live seafood. So we can't ship crabs and we can't ship crawfish to those states. I don't have the list of states in front of me. I think it's like 5 states or 8 states, something like that. Albertini knows those states. But you know, but we can ship you, even if you can't get the live stuff, we can ship you crawfish tails and all that kind of stuff, and really hook you up with some cool deals. But so next week we're going to start doing live feeds on crawfish. I'm going to show you like where they come from. That's my plan. Hopefully I won't let you down on that. I don't have that solid yes that I can do all that yet, but that's what I'm planning on doing. And then we're going to have Jen Pazienza. That's my second oldest daughter. Then we're going to have a crawfish bowl right here in my backyard next Sunday. All right. And then throughout the week, I'm going to show you all different stuff that you can do with crawfish and crawfish tails. And then the video, I don't know, I'm going to try to do some live feeds and some video on, it'd be awesome if we can go out on the boat. But if we go out on the boat, they're probably just going to put me to work. I can't do any video. So we don't want that to happen. But yeah, so we're setting it up. So what'd you say, Pat? Yeah, so who's got a question? Okay, cool, Dan. All right, here, hold on. I saw something there that's long. Let me scroll back to it. Okay, yeah, all right. So, Howard, I'm looking at your question. Maybe some of you can answer something for me. I just got my first offset smoker, and my meats have a bitter taste to them, I don't have a problem with my pellet grill. So, Howard, what kind of wood are you using in your offset smoker? Um, that's the first question that I would want the answer to, and then because it could just be your your wood, and you're just going too heavy on flavored wood. That's my first thought. But let me know what wood you're using, and then we can answer the question maybe a little bit better. What else? Lucas Harbeck, what's going on? Still got a hundo on. What's a hundo? Betty June, hey, yeah. So Betty, we do have gator, and we did a whole bunch of gator a few weeks ago. We're going to do some more gator here soon, and we still have gator. So we're still selling gator. People are still buying gator. People bought a bunch of gator tails. Pat's got another question for me. Oh, hickory. So I don't know if you're doing straight hickory, it shouldn't be. See, the thing is like if you're going really heavy at first on, you know what what does the smoke look like? Is it like a really thin blue smoke, or is it a white bellowing smoke? So you might have too much white smoke in it. These are getting close. Getting close. Really, I'm going to crank that up just a little bit. Crank it up just a little bit. So yeah, so since you, I mean, the hickory by itself, I don't know. I don't normally use straight hickory, but I know people who do that don't have an issue. What did you say? Oh yeah, dude. If it's white smoke, that's your problem right there. So is your wood wet? It's not igniting right. So I would practice. Yeah, hickory is strong, but it's not like mesquite. I thought he was going to say mesquite, but it's not. So, but he's getting a white smoke, and a white smoke is not what you want to cook with. All right. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's what I said is your wood dry. And that's what it sounds like. And some people soak their wood. Don't soak your wood. You're not doing yourself any favors. Oh, it's dry? Well, there's something up with it. It's not igniting. You know what I mean? You're not getting that. So I would either check out I don't know, man. It's something up with the wood. Howard did a T-bone steak last night and some shrimp, and he used one chunk. So are they big chunks, or are they like the little chunks like this, or is it like a big piece? I would think about that too. And did your steak have a bitter taste to it? But the white smoke is the problem. You just got to figure out why you have the white smoke. I mean, that's why I say, you know, people were saying something about they don't see any smoke. You should barely see smoke most of the time. You know, you could see just a little bit. So there's something up with that wood, dude. At least that's what I think. No, you know what you might be? You might not be, when you first get it going, if you're not giving it enough air to get ignited really well, I mean, I don't know, man, that could be your problem. How far in advance do you get your smoker going before you try to cook on it? Because a good offset smoker, you need to give yourself I know when I had an offset smoker, I'd give myself a solid hour, if not more, because I'd get the fire going, and then the whole thing really needs to heat up, so you get that convection kind of cooked to it, and you want to make sure that that wood is not still wet or it got any moisture at all. and you need to make sure you don't have the white smoke. You know, so this smells really good. So we're getting close. We're almost ready to pull those babies out. Yeah, so I would definitely get started at least a solid hour ahead of time. And then something else you should be doing is your offset box. When you get your fire going, you take your other wood that you're going to be putting on and put it on top of that box, and it gets it warm. So when you put it in, it ignites a lot quicker, and you don't take a chance of that white smoke coming out. So yeah, so if you get a good bed of coals in that offset box, you barely have to feed it any more wood. But also, I don't know what kind of smoker it is either. If it's a really good heavy duty one where you got 1/4-inch steel everywhere, that plays a difference. If it's one of the, I don't want to use the word cheap, but you know, if it's a lesser expensive one and the metal is really thin, well then you treat that completely different. So yeah. Say what? Check them. I just checked them. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought somebody was saying. So now I'm up to 400 degrees. Oh, that's what Pat. So I saw Buddy Rick say that. I was like, I thought he was talking to Howard. Oh, so that, you know, so yeah, you still want to start that ahead of time. So these are metal, so you need to make sure you got on good gloves when you pull them off the grill or the smoker. So that's them. Let me check something out. See what I did? I just burnt my finger. Whoa. All right. Man, they were good. Right. I think I might have thickened this sauce up just a little much. It's all right. Still gonna be good. Remove this. Yeah, hold on. I need to try something here. Is that better? Is that better? Yeah, hold on. All right. Can everybody see that all right? Oh, no, that's crooked. How about that? Yeah, it's still hot. All right, let me grab this. Guess what? Okay. Hey, what do you want me to tell you? See, now I gotta stoop down like this. Oh, sorry. Here, hold on. Let me redo this. Hey, ow. I just dripped some juice on me. How's that? Can y'all see that? Was it dark? I'll tell you what, I just had some of that chicken and Right, this is a picture. Somebody do a screenshot of that for me. So yeah, they turned out really good. It's a great recipe. So let me look at that, man. It's beautiful. So Diane, what's going on? Chaz Munder, Russell. So Pat wanted me to show you the grill grates. So I think what I'm going to do is, let me flip this thing around and spin this right there. That's, you know what? You're not going to be able to see it. Let me see if I can shed some light on this. Yeah, it's not going to show it. Alright, so anyway, that's not going to work. Let me, alright, so anyway, tried to show you the grill grates. That didn't work. So really, that's it. The chicken's actually cooked perfect. But so however long they were on, Lucas's phone is dying. We're at 50 minutes. Steven is heading to the butcher right now. So I tell you what, these are really, really good. They only need to soak in the marinade for 30 minutes. Mine soaked in for like an hour and 15 minutes. So I actually would tell you let it soak in there for like an hour, because I'm telling you the flavor is solid. And that teriyaki marinade, it really is. It's not my marinade. I didn't come up with it myself. You know, it's just one of those recipes you get. But let me see. The sound's crackling. That could have been that could have been my voice, Rick. I don't know. So anyway, yeah. Pat just said I sound good. So maybe it's your phone, or maybe it was just a moment my voice was crackling. So anybody have any questions? So Rick says they were on about 20 minutes, and it sounds about right. Pineapple's nice and tender. I was a little worried about that because the pineapple wasn't quite as ripe as I prefer it to be. So Howard Davison is wanting to know if hickory nuts are good to use. I personally have never done that. I have heard of people using nut shells and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. I can't give you a good answer. Where, I mean, maybe somebody else in the feed knows. How many comments are we up to, Pat? Yeah. Chrissy Johnson. Hey, Dad. Hey. So Chrissy is my oldest daughter. She is now 34 years old. Maybe you didn't want me to tell everybody that, Chrissy, but what do you want me to tell you? She has 2 daughters, so I got 2 granddaughters with Chrissy, and I got a grandson with Jennifer. So, what's the drink for this morning? So it's the same one I do every Sunday, my man. It's Tito's and Ruby Red. So Chris Dunbar says the nuts themselves might be pretty oily. Very good point. So date for kebab turn-in. Oh, so next weekend is the kebab turn-in. You have to be in the Grill Beast VIP. And we're having 2 categories. We're having a ninja category and a... Oh, man, Jason. Is Jason on here? I didn't see Jason. Jason had a name for the other, or somebody gave me a name for the other group, and I can't remember what it was. But we're going to have a ninja group and a non-ninja group. Kind of like the amateur group. That way you compete with people you're equal to. Okay? That way there's going to be 2 winners. Grill Beast VIP, any kind of kebab you want to do. Okay? So there's no, so this month we've been doing all kebabs. Next weekend I'm going to do another kebab. I have no idea what kebab I'm doing, but we will see. Anyway, that's it. So midnight, Friday night, which is 12 a.m. Saturday morning, you can start submitting into the Grill Beast VIP. But what you do, you click on the banner, and then that's where you put it. That way everybody's entries is in the same post. Okay? So, okay, so somebody's asking about a Traeger grill. I'm trying to find. Oh, so here's the deal, man. I have never used a Traeger. I've never eaten anything off a Traeger. I know we have people in our group that have Traegers and they love them. And I guess that goes with anything. You have some people that are really happy with certain brands of cookers, and then you have other people who are not so happy. Let me back it up here. So, you know, I mean, I can only recommend what I used. And I've used the Pit Boss. I have used a Rectech Bullseye, and I was really happy with the Bullseye. But I used it as a grill, not a smoke. The Pit Boss, I use it for both, the grill and the smoker. So, you know, because it has that plate, you can pull the plate back and get directly on the flames. And there's not a whole lot of pellet grills that do that. This is really good. I'm telling you, this is something you should try. You know what? Me and Pat were actually just talking about that. Like for the show, a lot of times I use the pellet grill because... Oh! Where was it? I just saw it. Hold on. Alright, I lost it. Ninja and Grasshopper. Yeah, Ninja and Grasshopper. So yeah, so me and Pat were actually just talking about that the other day. Because we do sell a lot of barrels. And, or a good bit of barrels. And so, you know, we've kind of gotten out of the habit of using those on the shows. I still use it. I just don't use it on the show as much because it's just so easy to come out here and just turn that the Pit Boss on. But yeah, I mean, you can see there's tons of people in this feed that have barrel house barrels or pit barrel. All, you know, barrels are just nice to cook in. They really are. And the taste, the flavor that you get out of those is unlike any of the others. It really is. So the thing with the pellets is just they're so convenient and so easy. And when you're trying to get all this stuff together on a Sunday morning, it's nice to just come out here and just turn that sucker on. So Kelly has 2 Traegers and she loves them. Love the old, hate the new. Oh, so she loves the old Traegers and not the new ones. It's all in the controller. That's true, right? So like my controller is an older controller. What I don't like about it is I don't have a probe hookup. The P setting is not automatic. And that's really probably the only complaints I could say I have. I don't know anyone that has a new Pit Boss that has the new controller, so I don't know how good that controller is. I know Rectech's controller, I've heard lots of people really love that controller. It's a Wi-Fi. I think Traeger has a Wi-Fi now. And I think Green Mountain Grill has a Wi-Fi controller. I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait, a Camp Chef, I think, has a Wi-Fi. Howard says he's happy with his Camp Chef. You know, it's all in the controller, you know. And I'm happy with mine, even though it doesn't have those things that I've mentioned. So, yeah. Anyway, look, it is 3 minutes to the hour for me. And, so maintenance issues with the Pit Boss. I've been using this thing for a little over a year, but I did have a period of time I didn't use it at all. Because I was so focused on using the Rectech Bullseye and the barrel and all that. Really, this thing was just kind of sitting here for a few months, barely touched. As with any pellet smoker, you have to clean out the ash pot and vacuum the ash out the bottom. So if you get a pellet smoker, you need to get a little vacuum. And like me, I have switched this around. I went to Home Depot, got myself a little vacuum, and you know, I don't know why all these people that sell pellet grills, I don't know why they don't sell vacuums. I'm seriously, I have no reason to. I have no idea why. I mean, they could be making some money off of that, or even if they don't want to make money off it, they can just make it a convenience. Where hey, you get the vacuum with you get a vacuum with yours. So because you're going to need one. You have got to have one. I always thought that they should have an easier way to clean those daggone pots out, but I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work that way. Louisiana Grill, right? Brian Perkins. So that's another pellet smoker. Yeah. So back in the day, I would be more than happy to do some tricks on the bike. I wasn't good at them, but I could survive the accidents better. I'm 51. I'm not going to go have an accident on my bike. So, yeah, heck no. I don't know. One of these kids have one of these little bikes out here. I might take that sucker out. I don't know. So anyway, that's it. That's all I got. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm about to hang up. It's not too late to share the feed. You know, so Dan says, what is he talking about? Start using your local hardware store. Oh, yeah, that's true. Local hardware stores, they have all kinds of stuff, man. So you should definitely be using your local hardware store for all kinds of stuff. New grill has a vac port. Oh, wow. So that's nice. The Green Mountain Grill has a vacuum port. So that's really cool. That's definitely needed. Anyway, I'm done unless people have questions. I mean, I'll stay on here as long as you got questions. And I still got food to eat, so I'm good with that. Pat's cutting out, but I'm able to read the questions. See you later, Pat. All right, thanks a lot, bub. All right, thanks. Alex, that's right. It's Groby's time. Sunday morning. Later, Chaz. Later, or Jeff. Battery-powered vacuum works. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's true too. You know, you could use a battery-powered one, or you know, you charge up. What do they call those things? I don't even remember now. I remember when they first came out, 40 years ago. Saying a new grill has a vacuum. All right. So anyway, no more questions. I'm shutting it down. It's 11 o'clock. Peace out, everybody. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I got a surprise feed for you guys tomorrow to see. All right. Bye.